Alright, boys and girls, welcome to Gordon Guitar. So, we have Wish Wednesday here. So, you wish for songs, and I bring them up here on Gordon Guitar. This time, we have you, Petron Papadopoulos. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. You wished for Citizen Soldiers, Who I Am. Alright, so a great song here. We had Citizen Soldiers here before, and this song is great, as many of those coming from CS. So thank you for your wish, great song, and for all you Citizen Soldier fans, I hope you will enjoy this one. So let's start this one up. We have the capo set on the 4th fret, and why perhaps you wonder. We have this lick, this main lick going on here, I'm gonna show you soon, and with a standard tuning this will be the best scenario here. Capo on 4th, so let's start this one up. We have 4 different chords we're gonna work with here. We're gonna work with them in different ways. I'm gonna give you the keys here, the different parts of the song, and you will have to put it together on your own there. But yeah, let's start with the chords. So we will go with E first. Alright, so that is open E, second A, second D, first G, open B, and I would like to stop there because we also of course include the open E as part of the chord, but for this song we'll try to avoid the E string down here, the high E string. Alright, so we'll try to stop at the B string, because that is pretty much the sound of this song. It's not a complete disaster if you play the E here in the song, so it's up to you a little bit, but it sounds better, more accurate for this song. So try to avoid the open E or the E string in this song here. So that's the E. The next chord will be G sharp minor, and that's a bar chord. So you place a bar here on the 4th fret over all strings, and then the rest will be 6 on A and 6 on D. And here you can actually try to stop at the G string, so we'll play more on the bass strings here. It's like I said, it's okay to go further down here, but for this sound it sounds better to stop at the G string. Alright, then we have the B chord, and for this I suggest that you play it with an open style. That means normally it's a bar chord like this. You could go with the bar chord, but it sounds better for this specific song again to play it in an open style. That means you just hold the 2nd fret here on A string, then the 4th on D, 4th on G, and then you go with the open B. And again, try to stop at that string and avoid the E here. Okay, and then we have the final chord, that's an F sharp. You just move up here, pretty much in the same position. We go with an open chord there as well. It's a standard as a bar chord, but we go with open. Sounds better, and that will be 2nd on E, 4th on A, 4th on D, 3rd on G, open B again, and that's the end of that chord. So try to avoid the E again. Alright, so there we have the chords for the song. So the first version of this E, G sharp minor, B and F sharp, because that is the main chord progression here for the song. One way to go with it, it's a big part of the song, it's just actually just one down per chord. So E, then the G sharp minor, try to stop at the G string, then the B, and the F sharp. Alright, so that's the rhythm. So 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. So you have them like pairs: E, G, B, F. Alright, so that's one version here. You play that in the verse. Then we have the second version here. It's much funnier and it happens a little bit more than just one down. And this is the reason for why we're having the capo on fourth here, because we will play this lick. And what you can have with you here in this one is that you're gonna try to glue this fourth fret on D string with your ring finger. That will be the best scenario here for you. And the third fret on the G string here with your middle finger. So these two fingers on these spots here, they will stay through the entire lick here. All right, and then you just change the bass notes. So it's it builds up on the same chords, so E, G sharp, B, and F sharp. All right, so the first pattern for E will be like this. All right, so that will be open E in the bass, then fourth D, then third G, then open B, back to third G, and to fourth D. Right. Then comes this a little bit, yeah, not inconvenient. It's a little bit inconvenient this to get your little pinky up here on the fourth fret E string. So that is the hardest part here when it comes to this lick. You have to make some place for your little pinky coming outside and up here to this point. You could go with your index again here, but I think it's a little bit quirky like this to get it over and crossing other fingers there in the middle and the ring finger. So I think this is the easiest. It's up to you, but you will have to hold the fourth fret on E string and still have these D and G string with you. All right, so the next pattern will sound like this. All right, so you play the fourth fret on E string, then fourth D, third G, open B, back to third G, and back to fourth D. And then you continue again with fourth E, 4D, third G, and open B. So slowly it goes like this. All right, so we have the two chords first here. They will sound like this together. Then we move on to the next two chords, the B and F sharp. Now you go to the second fret A string. That's your new bass note there. You follow the same pattern there, so that will be second A, fourth D, third G, open B, back to third G, and back to fourth D. That's the B part. And then we have the final F sharp part. Follows the same pattern as the G sharp. So now you place your finger on the second fret E string. So that's a new bass note. And that part sounds like this. So that will be second on E, fourth on D, third G, open B, back to third G, back to fourth D. And then again, second E, fourth D, third G, open B. It's the same pattern as the G sharp minor, just a different bass note there. All right, so I'm gonna take you through one round slowly of this pattern and then one standard tempo. So let's go. Gibson Standard because it's that great and very easy to play. Actually, just stay with your fingers there and get used to the switches here of this bass notes. All right, so that is kind of a main riff or lick here in this song. Then we have this kind of pre-chorus coming up here. Now the chord progression changes, okay? Still the same chords, just in different order. So now you have E, then B, then F sharp, and then G sharp. You play that for 2 rounds. And then you continue with the next 2 rounds, the final 2 rounds, but you have a pause after the F sharp. So you don't play the G sharp, so everything is still the same. So E, then B, then F sharp, and pause. And then again, E, B, and then pause. That's the pre-chorus. You could do that just 1 down per chord, but you can also do a strumming pattern, and that is a little bit funnier as well. So I give you the different keys here, and you will have to handle it in your way there. Both things are going on, so to speak. You have this beat going on in the background, and that will be similar to the strumming pattern we're gonna look at now. So we take the E, for instance, there. That's the first chord. You're gonna play down, up, clap, up, down, up. Okay, so that's 1 strumming round. So down, up, clap, down, up. So if you imagine 4 down ups, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The third down, you replace that with a clap, and you just continue with the up, down, up. So that's how you're gonna think, but yeah, you will have to kind of get this going on a little bit, learn the strumming pattern, and you will you don't have to think about how many downs like this. You will just feel it like this. You're gonna play 1 strumming round per chord, so with this progression it will be like this. So E, B, F, G, and then the chorus will play it in the same way as the verse, and the bridge part comes in later. I'm not really sure where. I think it's around 2 minutes or so, not really sure. That part goes 2 rounds, and it's played in the same way as the verse play. And then of course I would choose to play this lick here. So this part. 2 rounds of that, and then you just go back to play the chorus part. And that, my friends, summarizes Citizen Soldiers Who I Am. You got the tools here, different techniques and ways of handling these 4 chords, and I hope you enjoy this. So especially thanks to you, Patron Papadopoulos, for bringing this song up here on Goran Guitar, and I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for watching, and if you appreciate Wish Wednesdays, please give me a thumb up here on this one and show me some love here, and feel free to wish for future songs here. So till then, play tuned.